In my language, in the simplest of all terms, AI is not going to replace humans. AI is going to replace inefficiencies in the system. If you catalyze your entire journey with the help of tech, then you have means to control to make it the way it should be. Needless to say, safe harbor statement, these are going to be completely my personal views.
Welcome to another episode of Construction Inside Out.
Pleasure.
I'm your host Anubhav. I head product and design for Brick and Bolt. Today we are diving deep into real estate companies which are transforming through tech. Today's guest is someone who has been on the front of the change. We don't have a lot of real estate tech leaders in India, and very happy, very excited to welcome Chirag Boonlia, who has been one of the tech leaders in real estate in India, and I'm looking to learn a lot from you in this episode. I think we have a very powered of questions around how AI is going to revolutionize the tech. And what are the current problems that people face? Looking to learn a lot from you, Chirag.
Certainly.
Welcome to the show.
Certainly. Yeah. Look forward to the conversation.
Chirag, to begin with, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience? Yeah.
Right. I basically hail from Rajasthan, born and brought up in Bihar, did my schooling from DPS, then did my engineering and mechanical, followed by MBA in IT and systems. And then started my small stints with a company called IntelliGroup, then Infosys, and then some good stint with Oracle. Up till there, it was largely IT companies. Then from there on, I ended up joining JSW, which is a conglomerate into steel, cement, and other stuff. I joined them as an order-to-cash program manager, and that was my first experience of being in the internal IT organization. And obviously, it was more of steel manufacturing and retailing in those days. From there on, I joined grocery retailing, and Aditya Birla Retail was my next move. I joined them as a supply chain and retail implementation expert. Ended up doing implementation for 15 distribution centers and 500 odd stores in the country. Worked on some of those data center projects as well. And then I joined Virtuous Retail, backed by Xander Group, one of the largest investors in India in those days in real estate. I joined them as a third employee and the first IT employee, and I had complete blank canvas to paint. As I come from a pure software background, heading a complete IT was a big challenge for me. So I chose to opt for cloud because it was easy for me. And cloud was not big as how it was probably 5 years back or how it is big as of now. But it happened because I didn't know anything else. And that rest became history. I was there with them for almost 6.5 years. Did a lot of magical stuff, very pioneering stuff, like we were the first one in the country to launch a food court app, and it became the top 10 food apps in the country by then. No Zomato, no Swiggy was there.
This was in which year?
2015.
2015.
And then we were also one of the first in the country to do a proximity marketing. So wherein if you are a fitness enthusiast and you're crossing the mall, it will pop up a message that there is a Zumba class, Aqua Zumba class going on. If you are a high fashion enthusiast, then it'll say, okay, there is a Zara and H&M in the mall, but Zara has a 10% off going on.
Wow.
That's proximity marketing we launched, which was much ahead of its time in those days. Interesting work which we did. A lot of firsts in the country. Again, we implemented Yardi, which was a cloud-based real estate solution. It was an international version which we implemented in India, first in the country again, and then became very big later on. From Virtuous Retail to Embassy Group was my next move. I worked there for almost 6.5 years. Embassy Group is a big animal. It got exposed to commercial real estate, listed entity REIT, which was one of the which was the first in the India and largest in Asia as we talk. Co-living, which was launched when I joined. Residential, integrated township, facility, property management, schools, riding school, salon, interiors. Yeah, so a lot of interesting stuff I ended up doing. A lot of pioneering stuff there as well. And it's been almost a couple of weeks now in RMZ. Yeah, it's been a crazy ride so far, and looking forward to my stint out here in RMZ.
Congratulations on joining RMZ, and
Thank you.
For our audience, RMZ is one of the very large real estate conglomerate in India. You may have heard that of in Udyog Vihar we have RMZ Infinity.
Yes.
In Delhi, in high tech city in Hyderabad we have RMZ Aspire. Pune we have RMZ Westland in Andhra. RMZ One, Paramount in Porur in Chennai, and Nama Bangalore Eco World, right? And Chirag has joined as a CTO for RMZ, looking at the entire digital transformation for the entire company as the company goes to the next stage of their growth. Yeah.
True.
We want to understand what got you into real estate. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's accidental of sort. I was with Aditya Birla Retail prior to joining to Virtuous Retail. Until then, I had no exposure to real estate. There was a consolidation of sort happening, and I was asked to move back to Mumbai in Aditya Birla Retail, and I was not very comfortable leaving Bengaluru at that point in time, and I was looking for growth in career as well while choosing to stay in Bengaluru. I happened to come across this opening, which was of AVP IT in Virtuous Retail, and I've always had the heart and soul of a entrepreneur. So, and it was a startup backed by Xander Funds, which was a prominent fund. So it was like getting into a startup backed by prominent fund. So I just took a chance, took a bait. And got into the world of real estate, and it was world of retailing. It was into the shopping centers or malls, what we call a grade A mall developer. Virtuous Retail eventually got into hotels. They also got into co-working in those days, which was absolutely pioneering. And as I said, I was the first IT employee and the third employee in the company itself. Everything was a learning curve, but an enormous learning and a great exposure to the world of real estate. And then because I was within the real estate realms, and I got into embassy as well with the kind of work which I had done for Virtuous Retail. And here I am with RMZ. So it's been almost more than a decade, more than 12, 13 years of working in the real estate. So yeah, very few technologists in the world of real estate still hang in with real estate. So I'm one of the very few handful of technocrats still in the world of real estate.
A very strong testament to those who are getting into real estate investment, that if you have not left the technology vertical in real estate, it's a high time for people who are looking to real estate investments.
I find it very surprising, Anubhav. The fact is that one of the statistics shows that real estate is just above agriculture in terms of adapting technology. Yeah. So no better place than to be in real estate, because as a technologist, you want those areas or problems to solve, right? So I think once people understand that these statistics, if they are true and what it is, everyone should get into here, because there is an enormous opportunity to transform the world of real estate. And there's no limit to the transformation which can be done here in this space.
Like for those who are looking to build houses in India, it's almost a nightmare to work with local contractors, finding out architects, Vastu compliant, licensing, etc. To get into the house construction and building house themselves is almost like a marriage. You don't know what you're getting into.
Right.
And once you're into it, you're stuck. There are delays, there are quality issues. How do you think the technology can sort of shape up all these problems for our customers?
Sure. Wow. I don't know if you have seen, there is a LinkedIn sarcastic ad called AI powered oranges.
Yeah.
Right? You know, life with technology in real estate is not as dramatic as the advertisement which I spoke about. It
Yeah.
is more practical in nature. You know, technology or AI can help orchestrate the design to delivery with precision, for sure.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't have a magic wand, but
Yeah.
it can orchestrate all these complex processes and bring sanity to this madness.
Yeah.
Right? And that is what the purpose of tech is all about, right? So it's all about human ingenuity, right? Human originality cannot be challenged, right? But AI should be used and leveraged, or tech should be used or leveraged to improve the efficiency, right? That's
Yeah.
what the point is.
Yeah. So one problem that a lot of customers sort of write to us, for example, we have Mrs. Sri Lakshmi. She's from Chennai. Her daughter is in 8th standard in PSBB near KK Nagar. And she got her house built from a local contractor, referred from her somebody from a friend.
Right.
And the house started leaking after second monsoon, and the contractor stopped picking up the call.
Oops.
What is the role of technology and AI do you see in just looking at the construction quality?
Right. Oh, wow. $1 million question, actually. This is a problem which is plaguing not just in India, it is a worldwide problem. Quality is a subjective term, right?
Yeah.
It's an overarching term, actually. What do you mean by quality? Quality is the spec which you promise to deliver as a product, end product, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure there is a complex algorithm to agree on the spec, and that is what we define, that is what we are promising to deliver as a developer, probably.
Yeah.
Right? And in this example, I think it's the contractor's promise to deliver as per the agreed upon spec. Now, quality is a journey which gets evolved, or it's a journey which gets evolved right from design to end delivery, right?
Yeah.
At the time of design, whether it's architectural design or a structural design or MEP design, right?
Yeah.
There are tools available in the market to identify clashes well in time before you actually start putting the first brick on the site, right?
Yeah.
That's one way of looking at it, right? And in the entire journey, right, in terms of what to purchase, when is the inventory running short, how much is the curation time, everything is well understood. So it's up to an individual, or up to an individual's a contractor or company or developer's responsibility to tap onto these tools and make sure that they follow those protocols which have been defined and kind of engraved everywhere, that this is what we need to do to make this work the way it should work.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a journey, right? Starts from the design where the brick or the land itself is not there, to the time you are doing quality control checks to handover, right? It's an entire journey. Every function has to come together to make sure that the specification which was originally agreed upon, the process which was originally agreed upon, is adhered to and then handed over to. So the entire journey should be measured, governed and controlled to get the end result the way it was originally envisaged. And it's a long drawn journey, and a simplest way of looking at it is that if you want to control something, you got to measure that. And how do you measure? Measuring by mind in today's world is practically impossible, humanly impossible. The only way you can do is with the help of tech. So if you catalyze your entire journey with the help of tech, then you have means to control to make it the way it should be, right? If there is an intent, there is a tech, there is a measuring opportunity, then you can control it. These are the 4 steps.
Yeah. I think the second concern that most of our customers face is a worry about cost overrun. Like, I have planned 80 lakhs for this house, and 3 months later the contractor saying I need 2 more lakh rupees for this.
Right.
4 months later I need 3 more lakhs for this. Oh, that's not the door I promised. That's not the tile I promised. You will get probably different kind of bathroom. How do you ensure that both for retail investors, those who are looking to build for themselves, and the commercial investors, those who are looking to get a rental yield out of that property, how do we give them the cost control and better predictability around the cost?
Right. I think the method to this madness is sharing the data which we are collecting in every
Yeah.
single step,
Yeah.
right? Cost overrun can be because of multiple reasons.
Yeah.
It could be environmental factors which are beyond your control,
Yeah.
right? If you are in Kolkata, like the buns are common,
Yeah.
right? If you are in probably an area which are flood prone, right?
Yeah.
These are the things which are beyond your control.
Yeah.
And then there are areas where you have control over, in terms of how inventory replenishment is being done, how you are contracting your schedule, how is your critical path is there, and how are the other things working around it, right?
Yeah.
All of those things, if you start working together, there could be issues from the customer side that they want a change,
Yeah.
right? During the journey,
Yeah.
they want a change.
Absolutely.
But it is the developer's responsibility to share that because of this change, that there could be a time delay, there could be cost impact, there could be X impact to Y impact, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is about communicating and setting the expectations right at that point in time, rather than getting to know at the end of the project, right? Things which are in our control, right? That's where the tech comes into picture, right?
Yeah.
You can plan your entire scheduling in such
Yeah.
a way that you work and keep a tab on the critical path, and everything else can be maneuvered around, right? Which is what we have learned in the school, right? This is the one way of looking at it, but it's easier said than done. We all know how it works in this disorganized sector. But there are things which are beyond our control, but it is all about communicating it in terms of how it is there and what is the mutual agreeable solution to handle that unsolvable issue.
Yeah.
If it's a solvable thing, if there's a change which can be absorbed, which is not part of non part of the critical path, then you can
Yeah.
actually manage it, as long as it's mutually agreeable, as long as cost is manageable. There's an inflation. There are black swan events where, if you are importing certain things which were probably having with X tariff, now it has become Y tariff, right? And it is about taking conscious call and communicating at that point in time that this is the impact, and then taking a call which is in the best interest of all the stakeholders.
Yeah.
It could be, and when I say all the stakeholders, it is a developer, it is the landlord, it is probably the customer, it could be the financier also.
Yeah.
Right? All the stakeholders need to come together, because it is when they come together is when the project becomes viable, and then it breaks the ground. Correct?
Yeah.
So all these stakeholders need to be together in the entire journey. And how do you bring them together? With the help of data democratization. The layer which orchestrates all of these stakeholders is data.
Yeah.
Right? What's happening?
Yeah.
Why it is happening? This is my assumption, that the steel price and cement price is going to be this during the construction period.
Yeah.
If this changes, then what is the impact?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If there is a flood, what is the impact? You got to play around with it. Your playbook should have these variables very clearly documented, and then keep communicating and making sure that all the stakeholders are on the same page.
Problem that we have seen a lot of home builders sort of talk about is, if I'm getting a house built, I have to deal with contractors, vendors, architects, engineers. Like for a retail customer who may be, say, a doctor, or who may be a software engineer somewhere, it's a nightmare to coordinate with all these different stakeholders and bring them on same page. What is the role of like technology that you have seen in bringing all the parties on same page?
Right. I think this is what I was trying to speak about, right? Data democratization. The only common thread among all the stakeholders is about the data.
Yeah.
Right from the financial viability of the project. When we say financial viability of a project which is being probably an incumbent project,
Yeah.
right? What all happens there? The design team comes into picture. The construction team comes into picture. The licensing or the compliance team comes into picture. The debt team comes into picture. Equity team comes into the picture. The financiers, the promoters come into the picture. Everyone comes into the picture to create and understanding that yes, this is a viable project.
Yeah.
It is then the revenue teams comes into the picture saying that if this is the cost, then this is probably the outcome.
Yeah.
And this is what would be the IRR or yield or NOI for once the stabilized product, right?
Yeah.
If you see all the stakeholders, all the functions come together immediately at the initiation stage only, conceptualization stage. Now, once they have come together and mutually agreed upon,
Yeah.
it's all about orchestrating and connecting the dots during the entire journey and bring everyone together in this journey to make it successful.
Yeah.
Right, the entire journey, right from if you are changing the spec, downgrading or upgrading it, has its implications on finance, has its implication on revenue, has its
Absolutely.
implication on construction timelines.
Yeah.
Everything is dependent,
Yeah.
right? A small subtle change, it could be again a macro factor, micro factor, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
A small change will impact all the functions in all probability.
Yeah.
It is important to keep them communicated and take a conscious call. In your case, you are doing it one-on-one or signing through digitally. In our case, it is controlled through a workflow which is taken and mutually agreed upon, and they also sign up digitally in the sense in the workflow and then move forward, because that's the only way to manage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because everyone gets impacted and they should be in the know. Otherwise, surprises will become shocks.
Yeah.
And then it invariably becomes a hassle, because
Yeah.
you are not there in the business to build one construction house and then you're done with it. That you make mistakes and you don't have to look at the past. Here you're looking at the future because you're building a corporate mammoth. Right? For you to create that value proposition, the goodwill in the market, you have to do it day in and day out, again and again, in a repeat mode, right?
Yeah.
For that, you need to have that workflow defined.
A lot of customers worry that once the construction is complete, right, what happens next, right? Because we don't want any of our customers to face what, say, Mystery Lakshmi faced, that the contractor was not picking up the phone call after
Right.
2 years. So how do you look at the post-construction support? I mean, how do you handle maintenance, warranty claims, resolve issues that might come up with, and what is the role of technology in keeping this together?
Bang on. Perfect question. So we have our in-house facility and property management team, right? But as I said, important is right from the conceptualization stage,
Yeah.
design stage, the model, the design, the construction, the BIM model. What is the use of these models if you do not hand it over back to the facility team to manage it better?
Yeah.
Right? The contracts, let's say elevator contract or HVAC contract, the contracts are part of one ecosystem, one common running ground.
Yeah.
Right? So that same system is being used by the facility and the property management, because then there is a continuity to it. There is no chaos in this disorganized sector, because you have the same continuity happening. The project team, the construction team, which used the BIM model to build the construction, is also handed over to the facility management and property management to manage the property in future, because at the time of construction, if you're able to do what you did, because it comes out it's cleanly green and round, but then there is a problem, right? Someone should know exactly where the beam is running, where the pipes are, right, behind the good looking walls. So that continuity is what drives all of it together, right? The facility property management is as important as doing the construction, right? Because the brand RMZ is at stake, right? During the construction, you have handed over, the job is not done, right? Because your brand logo is still lying there.
Yeah.
It is important to manage, maintain the way it was originally planned, built, and delivered, right? So if one has to go to a property like Eco World, and have a look at the way it is being managed now,
Yeah.
looks spick span absolutely damn new, because it is managed with that authenticity, with that commitment that there is a brand at stake. We will not compromise on that.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it should be, right? So in a consulting company, in IT world, if you know, you consult and you come back,
Yeah.
and the support goes to another company or another function. Then there is a problem of ownership.
Yeah.
Right? They will keep blaming each other that the development team did something, the support team doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
Support teams, they'll keep blaming each other.
Yeah.
But if your brand is at stake,
Yeah.
and you understand the underlying undercurrent of the management's vision of creating that brand equity in the world of real estate, you got to be there right from financier to the design team. Design team will not take shortcuts here because they know that the facility team also would give it back to them that what is viable to manage the property. While it looks fancy, but if it's not manageable in terms of facility management and property management, then the feedback goes back so that at least we don't do this mistake. That's what the wisdom part is.
Yeah.
Right? So everyone should come together in this journey and say that this is our brand. We need to work together. Every function,
Yeah.
whether it's IT, legal, support, facility management, property, construction, legal, there is no shortcut.
Yeah.
The brand is at stake and it is forever.
Yeah.
Right? You are building that with your heart and soul. It has to come out like this, and then only you can create an equity in the market the way you create, right? It cannot be handed over to an outsider to manage it. It cannot be. It has to be in-house.
Yeah.
And then that ownership comes into picture. The skin is in the game.
What is the future of construction? 5 to 6 years down the line, what do you think will evolve in how the construction would look like for an end consumer?
Wow. I wish I had the crystal gazing option here. I personally feel, there are two big problems in construction industry, Anubhav. Two big problems.
Yeah.
One is the debt, the cost of financing, and the total construction timelines. I was giving an example, right? A movie used to get, made probably 2 decades back. It used to take 3 years to make one movie.
Yeah.
In today's world, it takes 3 months to make one movie.
Yeah.
How industry has evolved.
Yeah.
Right? How timelines have shrunk. What has happened to construction industry?
Yeah.
I don't think it has come down. It has actually gone up.
Really?
Yeah, because your regulations have become tough. Your approvals will take time because you have a fire approvals. The modalities and compliances are changing. The labor is an issue now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there are a lot of issues. There are a lot of challenges. It is
Yeah.
taking, if fundamentally for a 15-story building, if it was taking 4 years, it's probably taking another 4 years now also. Right? Has it become 4 months the way it has happened to the cine industry? No, it is not. I think this needs to be challenged completely.
Yeah.
And there are companies in the world which are doing 3D printings, by the way, and US has it, China has it, Japan has it.
Yeah.
They've been trying to do.
Yeah.
Some of them have been successful in a low-rise developments, and they've seen great results for that.
Yeah.
In our country, there were some good prefab developers who were helping. Cost was slightly high, but still they went belly up. They went bankrupt without naming that company. But
Sure.
I think the intent was there to challenge this status quo. I think sooner or later something will happen in the industry because it takes a hell lot of time to construct
Yeah.
a 15-story, 20-story building
Yeah.
or campus. It needs to shrink significantly. I think this is just not worthy. It needs to be challenged. The status quo is there to be challenged.
Yeah.
I think the tech is evolving.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner or later we'll see something like flyovers being constructed. Not the ones which are here, but the ones which are being constructed worldwide.
Yeah.
How efficiently they are doing this kind of flyovers, because from the time you think to actually rolling it out or cutting the ribbon, I think it should be done really jiffy. And that is what is needed to be done in this industry. I hope it happens sooner.
Yeah. Is sustainability and climate responsive still a trend in construction?
Oh, no doubt about it. The kind of impact construction industry does on environment is significant. The numbers and statistics are there on the web for us to know what it is and what kind of impact or what kind of negative impact it is there.
Yeah.
It is our responsibility to work towards certain norms to manage this better. I don't think we can run away from this responsibility. We can't shrug off.
Yeah.
Prime Minister Modi has given us the mandate of 2040, and I think most of the corporates have committed for making it by 2030 or so.
Yeah.
I think there is no choice. There is no question of if and but. It is a question of when, and we all need to contribute towards making this a greener planet. So I don't think we can run away. Trump or no Trump doesn't matter. The world is not going to change because of one person.
Yeah, yeah. I think I have few AI-based questions that we always receive
Shoot.
from our audience.
Shoot.
And love to have your take on it.
Sure.
I think just couple of years into with the OpenAI and Anthropic into picture, people are worried about what all things AI can do. Right? I think the first question is that can AI build my home?
Yeah, I wish it would have been as simple as that. No, absolute clean green answer is no, not possible. See, AI thrives on data,
Yeah,
right? It doesn't do anything physically. While AI can help you orchestrate things more efficiently than humans,
yeah,
it is the human dream and judgment which comes handy for you to make a home, right?
Yeah.
That can't be done away with, right? That I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I talked about shrinking the construction timelines. That
Yeah.
can be that can leverage tech.
yeah,
AI or no AI, doesn't matter. It can leverage tech,
yeah,
but the dream, because artificial general intelligence is still not here as
Yeah.
of now,
Yeah.
but human originality, human ingenuity cannot be challenged. The dream of making a home is still with an individual or with an institution, and not with AI.
yeah. The question that we have is that a lot of jobs are at risk with AI into picture. Is there a way that can AI replace the laborers and contractors, architects?
I'll put it very simply. I'll solve all these mess. I know this debate is going on for ages.
Yeah,
In my language, in the simplest of all terms,
yeah,
AI is not going to replace humans. AI is going to replace inefficiencies in the system.
yeah,
I hope this answers, and this will put rest to all these conversations once and for all.
yeah,
This is what happened when automation came. This is what happened in first industrial revolution. This is what has happened when internet came.
yeah,
This is what is happening now.
yeah,
Inefficiencies has no place in this world. Whether it's because of human or it's because of someone else or something else, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Inefficiencies will get targeted and will be replaced with AI.
yeah.
Right? Now, it's not talk about human. It's all inefficiencies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to hear. I think for all my architects and
Correct.
labor friends, if you look at the construction journey, you acquire a land, you buy a plot, you design floor plans, structural designs, and then you do construction, right? In the design aspect, right? How do you see the role of AI going into designing more beautiful, sustainable houses?
Oh my God, that's $1 million question. The way the tech has evolved,
Yeah,
I must say that today you don't think of building a home.
yeah,
You actually live with it. You walk into it. You
Yeah.
feel it. You love it. Even before a brick is put into the wall.
yeah,
The capability has gone to literally Netflix level cinematic now. It has gone to that level of advancement.
yeah,
I still remember before the pre-GPT era, I call.
Yeah.
Even pre-GPT era, we used to give options for our customers to change the color of the wall or the tiles. And now you can, I mean, with this power of LLMs, you can literally, that was algorithmic.
yeah,
You have predefined colors, you
Yeah.
change the color.
yeah,
Now you don't need to.
yeah,
Because now the real flavor of LLMs comes into picture where you can actually do real things, changing, putting furnitures. And we talked about design clashes and all. Everything is being done with the help of AI. I think physical walkthrough, metaverse, the real use case is this.
Yeah.
Actually, rather than playing games.
Yeah.
This is the real use case.
yeah. Because for people, and I totally agree with you, Chirag. For most people, it's their first house, like I mentioned.
Correct.
it's a lifetime of saving. I mean, the most expensive thing that people are ever gonna buy is their own house. The second biggest category is probably automobile, which is like distant second.
Correct.
And people want to make sure that every single aspect of the house for their spouses, for their kids and their parents is how they have envisaged. And technologies like AI, VR is gonna help them imagine where each room should be, so that they can make those changes right in the design
It's
stage.
not just room, Anubhav. Actually, it includes everything.
Yeah.
You can plan a painting which is lying here in
Oh.
advance before you construct the home or before you lay the first brick of the house. Yeah, it's possible. No? Everything can be envisioned, right? And you can see it, feel it, love it, decide it, and then move forward, right? That's the
Absolutely.
power.
Absolutely. What is the role of AI that you see in the communication aspect with customers? A lot of customers worry is that I'm too busy in office, or still looking after my patients, or maybe I'm overseas. I would need to know what's happening on the side. What happened today, what happened yesterday. What is the role of technology and AI do you see in just ensuring there is a right update, structured and summarized update that goes to the customers?
Correct. I think a million-dollar question, it touches upon what we were talking earlier, that it is communication and the workflow of making sure everyone is in the same is on the same page is extremely important. And there are multiple channels to use and communicate and take a consent buy-in wherever applicable and relevant. I think in today's world, the way India has adapted WhatsApp, I think it's a great channel to use for sharing informational things. But if there is a stickiness to it, where people need to see on a daily basis for reasons known to them, though in the construction world things don't change as fast as every day, but if there is a business need, and if there is a stickiness to it, the channels like WhatsApp is not a great solution. You rather bring and sit on their individual mobile through an app and then communicate. But this is not the end of it. This was pre-LLM era. While communication is one way, the power of LLMs bring together an option for communication to become two-way. And absolutely it can be unorthodox, because I could let the investor or customer to ask anything on their domain. And I should be able to answer the way he's asking in the channel of his choice, in the language of his choice, or even for that matter, it could be multimodal. They can speak and get the information, right? That is the power of, the channel is a choice of the customer. Mode of communication is a choice of the customer. Linguistic comfort is a choice of a customer. Information is there to be disseminated as long as you have done your basics right and orchestrated the entire journey and digitized it. Information is there to be democratized. And now with the power of LLMs, the choice of channel, choice of mode, choice of language is irrelevant now. That's the power.
We have seen that because our customers also have raised this as one of their important concerns, that what about the updates? So what we had done is that we have built mobile applications for our customers in both Android and iOS, and that gives them all kind of updates about their construction. For example, what happened today, what are the tasks that were executed, how many labor came or did not came, what kind of labors, is it mason or plumber or carpenter, what material was brought in, what was not brought in, what is the like, did somebody put what, did somebody do curing on my building? Can we show a video of that? What kind of quality checks have you passed today, and what were the names of those quality checks? What are the images around quality checks? Is the information that is available for all sort of brick and mortar customers, so that even when they're not on site, the anxiety is not there on what's happening on their dream house.
True, absolutely bang on. I think if there are customers who are keen to see daily updates, why not? Absolutely, there is a stickiness to it.
Yeah.
If there are customers who are not bothered, choice is theirs, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The channel, language, mode doesn't matter, as long as the data is digitally captured and ready to be disseminated, right?
I think we talked about a lot of things that what technology can do. And in your view, what is one thing that technology can still not solve in-house construction?
I think we spoke about it. I think, robots can lay bricks, concrete, the putty, painting.
Yeah,
But what they can't do is they can't dream for you
yeah.
as of
Beautiful.
today, right?
How poetic.
Yeah, it is how it is, right? So that's how it is. Anything repetitive, algorithmic is possible to be done with the help of either robots or with the data or with the AI. But human needs ingenuity, judgment is humans' inherent capability. That's what we are good at, right? We got to leverage that and leave the mundane things for everyone else to be done by robots and AI.
There could not be a better way to sort of come to the conclusion. Chirag, thanks a lot for joining us.
Pleasure.
I have learned a lot from you.
Same here.
Both before this we started the podcast and in the podcast.
Sure.
Totally enjoyed my time, and I hope my viewers from Brick and Bold enjoy the time as well. Stay tuned for more and more such videos around construction tech. And thanks a lot for joining us.
Pleasure. Thank you.